Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another day of the video. Darren, how's it going today? Today, it doesn't look too slippy, luckily. I've also remembered the fact that my car's, oh no, it is a little bit slippy. Also remembered the fact I've got to walk to my car today instead of just roll out of bed into it, and don't panic that I think I've lost it. And we made it, ladies and gentlemen. It's pitch black, it's 7:15, we've just got on campus. Andy was on campus at 6 o'clock this morning. I'm not going to see him before the exam because I'm going to go to the library, but he was on campus that early so he could do revision. I only left so early because A, I'm terrified of traffic, B, I'm terrified of ice, and C, I'm terrified of my car breaking down. And by breaking down I mean badly breaking down. So we're here now, so the car is no longer a problem to me. When I leave this exam I'm going to head back to Bath, drop off some stuff and then take it straight to a garage to get fixed. Because I am kind of treating it like a big baby. Also, the way I came in today, I used to go kind of that way when I used to live in my old flat, but this time I kind of went, the first half was a bit different. And I bet if you weren't babying your car, you could zip in with like next to no traffic and it would be great, but depending on how much you want to push speed limits and stuff. Right, let's find the room and then I think it's around here somewhere. No? Hey, we're in 2.13, wherever that is. Christ, it's like hidden out of the way. Should be fun. Light switches. Right, trust me, shit room. That's that, basically. What am I doing now? I'm going to head to the library then. I'm going to go and listen to BBC Radio 2 for a couple of hours. Maybe glance over my notes a little bit, and then I'm just going to do something else, like sort out, write some blogs or something. What the fuck's going on here? Just ripping everything apart. But yeah, so there's my plan. Stanley. Maybe save like postcode and some information for the garage I'm going to after this, just in case I've got to go directly from here instead of going home first. Stay into the library until about like 10 to 9 and then drop off my laptop and stuff in my car and then go to thingy. I wonder how busy the library is. But it's actually quite relatively busy. Like normally I'd get here at, well, in a half an hour's time I'd arrive on campus and it'd be dead. But we'll see today when exams are on. Bath isn't very well known for its transport links. Like the buses to get from town centre up to here are never reliable, so everyone always gets in really early for morning exams. So it's not too uncommon to be here 2 hours before it starts. It's actually not even 2 hours, well, an hour and a half. Still got my spot though, hey. Objective this morning is to just try and relax, maybe go over a little bit, but mainly just chill out and wait for the exam basically, without stressing out. It's always hard to do when you've got to wait for stuff though. Well, that was nice and relaxed. Went over my notes a little bit, did a bit of blogging, and now we're heading to the exam. We're nice and early, but I've got to drop off all this stuff at the car and whatnot, so I bumped into Beth as well on the way, bless her. She's got her first exam today. She's like, it doesn't even feel like an exam. I'm like, I feel you. It really doesn't feel like that much of a big deal this year. It's odd considering the exam I'm about to do is worth more than any other exam I've ever done put together. Well, I don't really mean put together, like combined. I mean is this exam is worth more than everything I've done in every other year combined. Not this year, because this is a full module, which is like a third of my final year project, this exam. Whereas everything else I've done, the other one I did was like 75% of a module or something like that. Never actually done a 100% exam module before. This is my first one. Is that true? I might have done one in like first year or second year or something, but this is my first 100% exam. It doesn't faze me at all. I wonder what that new building is actually going to be. Otherwise, the reason why we're in these like really small, weird rooms is because the university is taking on too many students. And we haven't got enough rooms anymore. We used to always be in like the big lecture theatres and stuff. And now they've got to use like all of the scrappy rooms because they've got too many students and not enough time to schedule all the exams, which is hilarious. Because our module of like 30-40 people is split across like 3 rooms on campus. Crazy. Sweet, all done. We are now heading on home. Left early. I was the second person to leave that little room. I felt kind of awkward. Because, well, I finished first, but then I was looking around and like, no one else is going yet. So I kind of sat and waited for a bit. But there was like, you had to answer, there were 7 questions, you get to answer 6. I answered all 7 and didn't like one of them and crossed out one of them. So normally they're like, you have 4 questions, pick 3. This was the other way around, however. Well, it wasn't the other way around. There's 7 questions, pick 6. I thought I liked one of them. Started doing it and was like, oh, I don't actually like this. I'm not 100% sure how to do this last little bit. So I moved on, did the last question and thought that was easier. So I ended up crossing out that other question. So good stuff. I am now heading back to my car. I'm going to boot up the sat-nav. I am going to swing back home before going to the garage. I'm going to pick up some lunch and get some, and basically drop off half of my uni stuff. So I don't have to lug it all back with me, because I do have to get from a long way away back home. I don't want to carry too much stuff. However, I am going to take things like my laptop and my headphones, because on the off chance he says it might take an hour or so, then I'll obviously, the foot of that park, there we go. I'll hang around until he's finished, so yeah. Okay, so literally now I'm going to drive from here, I'm going to go home, drop off my shit, take my car to a garage to hopefully go get fixed, and then I can confidently drive it again without feeling like I'm babying it everywhere. Yeah. Just 2 more journeys and then it's literally stress-free. Like, even now, within reason, it can break down on me. Even going back. Like, from now on, I can easily get to exams without this car, so I just don't want to, you know. Right, okay. Let's roll out. He's just driven in for my car. It's official, it's gone. Right, it's left there. He's heard the noise and he's like, seeing what the problem is. He thinks he knows what it is. He's booked it in. It's in the book for today. Or tomorrow I'm going to get it. I'm going to assume I'm going to get it tomorrow though. I don't really have time to sit around and wait for it. But he seemed really, really good. He came on a recommendation. I like the guy, so I'm happy with that. I feel like he's not going to screw me over. He gave me ballpark pricing figures and they were half of what I thought. So thanks. Yeah, so I'm now heading on into town. I'm going to have lunch with Laura and then I'm going to meet her halfway through her lunch and then I'm going to head on home. On the bus, probably, and just assume I'll pick it up tomorrow, because it's too far away for me to assume I can come back or hang around in town all day. There was like a UE, well I could go to the University of Bristol library, but I feel like I'll be better off at home, so, oh dear, right. To be honest with you, it's filled me with good news from what he said, so I'm quite excited. I'm happy with that, with what he's done for me. So it's one less thing to worry about, but like I say, I can't hang about and wait for it, unfortunately. I bet it's possible for him to just ring me at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon and go, your car's ready, and then I'm like halfway through revision, I'm like, do I go and get it, or do I go and get it tomorrow? I don't know. I don't know what the right thing to do is. But we'll see, that's a judgment call we have to make, because obviously if I do get it, it means we can go Sainsbury's shopping instead of Morrison's, and we don't have to carry everything and all that kind of stuff. But it means I lose half of an afternoon, well, even more of an afternoon for revision, so there's that as well. Oh god, life's too complicated. I'm just going on the assumption it's going to be until the end of, basically until tomorrow. Yeah. Christ, it's a long fucking way this. It's all downhill, it's hurting my knees. It's a hard life really, isn't it? I'm relatively annoyed because, like, the only downside is I thought he might be like, give us an hour or so, we'll look into it. No. I've brought my laptop thinking, foolishly, that I might be able to hang around in town and wait for it, like in a coffee shop or something. That's obviously not going to be the case, is it? So I'm now annoyed at myself for being an idiot and bringing my entire bag with me. However, that does mean I've got my nice cool wireless headphones to go home with. Whether I go on the bus or walk, probably go on the bus because I don't think I've got time to waste on walking, but we'll see. You know what, these are bloody incredible on the bus. They're really fucking good. Oh man. Anyway, we're back home, cup of tea, let's get into some hardcore Intelligent Agents revision, baby. Oh, not looking forward to this. Christ, I'm not looking forward in the slightest to Wednesday's exam. But you'll notice over the next couple of days my confidence will start to grow. I'll let you into a little secret. It's possibly, most likely, all fake confidence, but it will grow nonetheless. because that's the way my brain works. So, Laura's going to be home soonish. Well, I say soonish, like 15 minutes or so. I feel like it was a really bad decision to get this now. Because I just looked at it and I'm like, oh, where is he? And he's not there. My baby's back, motherfucker! So let's not talk about, just yet, the amount of effort it took me to get here. But you know what? I've got enough traffic to be able to talk to you about it. So, right, let's just edge forward a little bit, let this Mini in behind me. Right, what's gone on then, ladies and gentlemen? So literally, shortly after I talked to you, about 1:15, I got a phone call from the garage saying that my car's fixed. Hey, and he said, so if you could come and get it, that'd be really good. I'm like the other side of the city, and it's rush hour. I don't think I can get there. And he's like, oh, we don't really have space for it overnight. So if you could come and get it, it would be really helpful. I'm like, okay, I'll look into it, mate. I'll let you know if I can't make it. I'll ring you in about 10 minutes and let you know. So, whack my coat on, whack my shoes on, leave, and get out of the house so that I can go and... Basically, my journey needed to consist of the a bus down into the town centre and then another bus back out of the town centre, and it would take me 44 minutes. So I left at, he said he could stay up until about 6:10. He left at, when did he leave? He said, yeah, so I left at 25 past, got on a bus at 1/2 and bussed into town. From town, I then ran from Cabot Circus, if you know Bristol, Cabot Circus, to basically Clifton Down, Sainsbury's at Clifton Down. And I had to do that in 20 minutes. Google said it was a 27-minute walk. So I fucking, it's all uphill as well, obviously. So I bloody legged it. It was hard work, to say the fucking least. But yeah, so that's the fun of that, really. But I got there, had a good chinwag with him for about 10 minutes. He is really, really nice. I will definitely recommend it when I go home and make sure I Google what it's called and stuff. But no, he's really nice, he's really good. Told me exactly what the problem was. Top quality. I will tell you who they are, because good mechanics are hard to come by. And he seems like a good one. I am going to triple check and fucking Google to make sure that I'm going the fastest way back. Because there's traffic, though. And it's the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it was the evening when I was last talking to you. But we've been shopping. All seems to be good. But yeah, so I went shopping. I was obviously running a bit late because I had to go and get stuff. Yeah. And we watched Jessica Jones, getting towards the end of that now, I think. It was pretty good. And now I'm going to bed. Tomorrow, it's going to be a fun day of revision. It's going to be relatively different as well to normal days of revision, because it's the day before and I'm actively pushing for it. But it's going to be fun. So, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I will catch you later.